Beats Planet.
Hello? Wait a minute. What is it? Hello? Okay. That's more like it. There goes my levels. Y'all can hear me now. It's Voch Lombardi. We in the house. And the chat box. Let me see who was first, man. I know a lot of people care about who's first. Just in case you care about... Hey, cool ass Drake, you was first, man. What's cracking lacking? Jimmy Antoinette was good. Jake from State Farm was good. Carterfell Hun was good. Jonathan, Drew Boogie, Sam Pena, Benson Collins, Mike, what's his name? Blah blah blah. Wait a minute, sound like somebody trying to call me out. Voch, please tell me if Devontae Adams still ain't shit. He ain't. Luis Garcia, what's up? Rolando. Who else up in here? Matthew up in here. What's good? Scrolling. Blasphemous TV. What's happening, man? Who else up in here? All right, cool. JD, what's happening, man? Please keep my chat box straight, man. You have the gun, JD. I'm giving you the gun. Bought 2 guns today, by the way. I'm giving you the gun, JD. Okay. This is what we're here to do. First and foremost, it's Voch Lombardi. What's happening, man? Hold it down for the Doski, Walski, and Peasky Whiskey. Please, if you don't mind, just hit the like button. It costs you nothing. Gives me everything. Especially in a time where they're trying to cut YouTubers' money in half. We already ain't making a lot of money through YouTube, no way. And they already cutting it in half. Springfield XDM, the compact version, 3.8-inch barrel, and the new Springfield XDE. Those are my two new firearms. They're being shipped, but they're purchased. What was I saying? Yes, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Conrad Tokyo, I can't call, but if I could, I'd be asking about my Eagles taking over. We'll talk about the Eagles. Hit the subscribe button. Jimmy Antoinette, you're going to have to tell me about the XDE later on when we end the show or whatnot. We'll just cross the road whenever we get there. This show is basically me mingling with y'all, socializing with y'all, cooling with y'all. A lot of people be like, yo, Voch, why don't you talk about this on your show? Y'all don't ask. y'all don't ask, fam. So that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to run these general Q&As. I don't know how many of your other favorite YouTubers run Q&As with you, but I'm Voch Lombardi, and I'm a man of the people because I was once the people, and I kind of like being the people, so I kind of know what y'all are looking for. You know what I mean? That being said, I want us to call in today. I want y'all to call in today, and I want y'all to either brag on or talk crazy about your rookies. You know what I mean? So, for example, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I might kick it off. I'm not going to kick it off. I'm not going to go first. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I want to talk about how impressed I've been with Jordan Lewis, how excited I am about Chidobe Awuzie potentially being our strong safety, the type of steal we got in Xavier Woods, how much Taco Charlton isn't really showing up. You see what I'm saying? Those are the type of things that we would talk about. So, look, man, the phone number is 515-739-1285. I got some food in front of me, man, so y'all can be long-winded as much as y'all want today. I normally don't let y'all be long-winded, but I'm giving y'all the opportunity to be long-winded because I got food in my face. 515-739-1285. The access code is 309104. All right? So with that being said, I'm sure y'all can hear me, by the way. So, yeah, y'all can hear me. And we're going to make sure this is turned up so we can do that. Who cares if Taco ain't good when y'all got like 8 steals in this draft? That's true. And I do count Jalen Smith as one of our draft picks this year because he didn't play last year. So Actually, I don't have the XDE, but the long slide for it. We'll talk guns in a minute, Jimmy Antoinette. I'll be here all night, fam. With that being said, just like I said earlier, man, y'all have the freedom to be long-winded because there's food in my face, and I start my diet tomorrow, so I'm trying to indulge before I get started with that. Jake from State Farm, what's happening, man?
That was good, Voch.
Holding it down for the Doski Woski, bro. Who's your team, and who are you bragging on?
I'm bragging on Mitchell Trubisky.
Talk to him. Let me say this, man. Because I did just cut you off. My bad. I made a post the other day. And whether it's me on Twitter, whether it's me in my YouTube comments, whether I'm off in the Reddit universe somewhere, it seemed like Deshaun Watson fans just don't like Mitch Trubisky fans. And I said this a while ago on Twitter. Every quarterback fan base has its own personality. Deshaun Watson fans are just angry, hateful, and vindictive. They love their guy and nobody else. That's not all people, but I'm saying for the most part from what I've seen. Mitch fans are calm and chill, and when it comes to Pat Mahomes fans, you can't really tell them nothing because they love their guy. Like they don't care if you hate on Pat Mahomes because they think Pat Mahomes is great. I'm one of those Pat Mahomes guys, okay? So with that being said, Jake from State Farm, you have the floor. Talk about your Bears rookies. I want you to talk about Tariq and all them.
Yeah, so I'll start by, going to the, number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft. Like Mitchell Trubisky, I saw your breakdown. I really enjoyed it. And, I think this guy is the real deal. I think that watching him go out in the field, there's a lot of drops and everything, but each time he put it right in the receiver's hands. Like every single time, it was just dart after dart after dart right in the receiver's hands. Unfortunately, the Bears don't have any good receivers. It's just, their hands are made out of butterfingers. Like they just cannot hold on to the ball. And, they're going to need to have some weapons there for, Trubisky to have confidence in his guys. But for the most part, watching him, as a Bears fan, that gave me hope. And, I see all these, rookies that are coming out, like Deshaun Watson is, looking like, the real deal. I came into the draft as a big Watson fan. I've called him before and, kind of campaigned for, Watson to the Bears because I felt like that we were going to be going after a quarterback. And I'm a huge fan and I of Watson himself. And, I'll give credit where, credit's due, but, I'm not going to be someone that's going to knock down on him. I respect Deshaun Watson. I think he'll be a great quarterback in the league, but I think the Bears chose the right quarterback in the situation. He has this type of accuracy where he can only put it in these small, tiny windows that only his receivers could get. Like he has it, and I'm excited about that kid's future. Like I was wondering what your thoughts on Trubisky is like in a long-term effect. Like do you see this kid as having it? Like I'm not sure if you look at guys and say like, hey, this guy has it. He has that factor, or if this is just too soon to tell.
Well, let me say this, and I do have a Mitch video. I don't like saying that long last name. I have this Money Mitch. I have this Money Mitch video in case you haven't seen it, but some of the throws that Mitch that he was making, man. This is what I challenge y'all to do. I challenge y'all to stand still in the middle of a football field and throw a comeback route to a receiver, running out of space with 2 inches to go. He drags his feet, gets in bounds, and he makes the catch. Right now, then you put the Vikings in front of you. Then you get chased. Then you run out of the pocket. Then you still deliver the ball accurately. Like what Mitch is doing from a arm talent standpoint. And not even like arm talent, but from an accuracy standpoint, what he's doing quarterback-wise, it's amazing to me. Like he threw guys open. This is what Minnesota did. Minnesota was so gangster on defense, and like I said, you can go watch my video and you'll see it. Minnesota lined up in cover 1 the whole game. If somebody lined up in cover 1, they say, you know what, we gonna cover you 1-on-1, and we just gonna rush 4, beat us like that. And the Vikings DBs basically took advantage of the Bears receivers. And there really wasn't a lot of open space, so Mitch had to throw people open. I like Deshaun Watson. He's definitely the more winning quarterback. He's in a good little situation. I don't want to play the situation game because we can't help that. He's the more winning quarterback, and he puts up more points. But when you look at the throws, Mitch making some big boy throws, man. Some dangerous big boy throws. Now, he just came off the Vikings game. He got the Ravens this week. Pray for him. But moving forward, we should see Mitch start to emerge a little bit. He's fearless back there. He's mobile. He's accurate on the move. I like Mitch Trubisky moving forward. Now, granted, he was my number one quarterback coming out. Him and Pat Mahomes, they're my 1A, 1B. One as far as being good, and one as far as having potential to be great later. I still think Pat's gonna be better later because Pat's tool belt is so ridiculous, man. But as far as throwing guys open, man, Mitch looked pretty damn good against a nasty ass defense in the Minnesota Vikings. What else you got, Jake from State Farm? Quickly, because Sam Ping is on the line too, and I want to get to Sam Ping.
Yeah, well, in terms of all the other rookies and on the Bears class, like I think it's a very underrated draft class the Bears have. Like Eddie Jackson, he is now like a starter for the Bears, and he looks like he's a real deal. Like the guy from Alabama, and then Tariq Cohen, he looks like the real deal. He's super explosive, and he's so exciting to watch. The one guy I've been kind of looking forward to seeing a lot more of was Adam Shaheen. Mm-hmm. That guy looks like a complete monster. He's like a bigger and faster Gronk. Mm-hmm. So I was really looking forward to him. We haven't really been able to see much out of him. It's been more of he just had blocking assignments. Mm-hmm. We've been kind of more leaning towards Zach Miller as the tight end in a catching game. It's probably more of a developmental thing of seeing if he could get his blocking down early on, and then every once in a while throw a pass his direction. But for the most part, he hasn't been really seen much of him as of yet. But for the most part, this draft class the Bears have, it's definitely something. It was definitely a really good draft from the looks of it because they already got some players that are making playmaking plays. It seems like the Chicago Bears have been drafting well, and even though they haven't been doing well in the recent years, this team's trending up, and it's a young team with a lot of faces of franchise that could quickly emerge. But yeah, I'll have you. I'll get you going so you can talk to your buddy.
Thank you so much, Jake from State Farm. You my buddy too. Don't you forget it, man. Salute. He says you can go talk to your buddy. That's funny, man. Don't do that, Jake from State Farm. Sam Pena, you're my buddy. What's up, man?
Hey, you're my buddy too, Voch.
What you got for the show?
Man, I was so excited about the Chargers rookies going into this year. We had Forrest Lamp. We had Dan Feeney, who we got in the second and third round.
Mike Williams.
We got Desmond King in the fifth. Mike Williams. I was so excited. And then Mike Williams injured his back. Hasn't played, although it looks like he might play this week. Then Forrest Lamp tore his ACL. Then Dan Feeney, on his first ever snap as a Charger, got blown back and gave up the block on what would have been the game-tying field goal against Denver.
Damn.
So it's been a rough start for my Charger rookies. But if I can say one thing that I'm happy about, Desmond King looks like a steal right now from the fifth round. He's been playing in the slot a lot, and he hasn't gotten a ton of snaps, but every time he's on the field, man, he's making plays. In week one, he made this great play to tip a ball right into the hands of Adrian Phillips for an interception. And then against Jarvis Landry, he had 2 pass breakups. So he's looked really good. I'm really excited about Des King.
Let me look at some film on. Let me look at some film on Desmond King while you talk. Go ahead, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
The only thing about Des King that I was a little bit upset about was last week. He had this rush right at Eli Manning, and right as it looked like he was about to take him down, Eli gave him a little pump with the arm, and Desmond King left his feet, and he flew right past Eli because he left his feet, and Eli was able to get it away for a touchdown. But other than that, Desmond has been great for the Chargers on limited snaps. But
can we all rejoice in the fact that the Giants haven't won a football game this year? I think that's amazing. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm just.
Can I also rejoice in the fact that Eli Manning has never beaten the Chargers?
I mean, I didn't know that was a stat, but hey, man, let's just pour it on. Let's do it. Sure, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know about Eli Manning. He was picked by the Chargers, right? You know about that?
Yeah, I knew that, and he didn't want to go. Yeah. But I didn't know that he never beat. That's interesting. Thank you so much for more ammo I can just beat up on Giants fans with. Because look, man. This is my thing. I walk into this thing completely neutral. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm a man of the people and the film first. Y'all don't see me talking crazy about Redskins fans. Y'all don't see me talking crazy about Eagles fans. But Giants fans decided to just fool with me. Damn it. 0-5.
Giants fans are just almost always salty, dude.
No, let them fly. Let them fly. I ain't mad at nobody. Sorry ass. That's all you got for the show, man?
Yeah, I'm just hoping Mike Williams can have a debut like Joey Bosa did last year.
Yeah,
that's all.
Hey, man, you are hoping for a bunch. Appreciate it, Sampine. Salute. Yeah, so like I said, man, the number is 515-739-1285. You can call in, and you can either brag on your rookies or you can cuss them clean out. Let me jump in the chat box there so I can see what's going on here. See how many people. JD, man, you got to keep me updated on how many people watching, man. I didn't know we had 50 people watching. Salute to all 50 of y'all. One day this number going to be 500. And I'm going to be acting brand new up in here. Solomon Thomas has made like 2 good plays all season. The F word. That's Benson Collins. Hey, man, salute to Solomon Thomas. I like Solomon Thomas. I have no hate for Solomon Thomas. People think I can't stand Solomon Thomas. I just didn't think he was better than Jonathan Allen or Malik McDowell. That's not a bad thing to be. Both those guys are phenomenal. Put that man at 3-tech. Lewis looked like a bum against the Cardinals. I hope he ain't talking about Jordan Lewis, because I smacked the hell out of cool ass Drake. Drake, call in, man. You a regular caller. Call in and tell me what the hell Tim Williams and Tyus Bowser and Humphrey. Raiders had a good ass draft class, and Humphreys is doing. Call in, man. Let's see. TJ Watt is the best white player in the first round thanks to this 2016 O-line class. Best white player. Is TJ Watt the best white player? Yeah. TJ Watt's the best white player this year. So, yeah, salute. Okay. Kiss all the titties, Mitch. Yeah, man, Mitch definitely has a special place in my fandom because he likes the titties. Salute to Mitch. Jonathan Allen has been bald in Matthew 1, 2, 3. Carl Lawson. I actually did a video on Carl Lawson. Y'all go check that out. TJ Watt got handled by Cam Robinson. You know why? Because you can't run down the middle of people, man. It's not a good idea to run down the middle of people, bro. Bend the knee and you will be worth it. Oh, man, Game of Thrones almost over, man. Cam Robinson is doing really well. I agree. Evan Ingram. Hey, man, he might have to get a time out. Let me say this. Salvador, I can't see your last name. Thomas is on the field, though. McDowell isn't. I get it. But we ain't even talking about that right now. I was just talking about the draft process, fam. He was on the field during the draft process. Don't call me crazy. I think Bryce Love is better than Christian McCaffrey. I don't know who Bryce Love is. Armstead is gone after this season. Why did what's going on with Navarro Bowman, man? One of y'all 49ers fans hit me up and let me know what's going on with Navarro Bowman. Because I saw people hit me up like, should the Cowboys go after Bowman? And I'm like, what do we have to give up in trade to go get him? And I get the Bleacher Report update. He released. Huh? What? I want to talk about a wet dream. I love to have that dude reunite with Sean Lee, and I do mean reunite with Sean Lee and Jalen Smith in there. That'll be nice. Y'all call in, talk about whatever y'all want to, man. Who the hell is this? We're gonna get to about 5 more chats, then we're gonna tune in to Cool Ass Drake, see what he talking about. Reuben Foster is back this Sunday. Okay. Ken Robson only allowed 1 sack against Brian Arapo. Okay. What's up, Vash? What's up? What up, homie? What's up? Bang, bang. What guns? I told you about the gun. Devontae Adams is fire. Hey, man, if you say so. I try to tell people to grade these players on 65 plays and not 6 to 5 plays, 6 to 8, 68 plays and not 6 to 8 plays. And we only heard from Devontae Adams like twice. I think we did a good job covering up Devontae Adams. Hassan Reddick has not been good. Cardinals fans call it. Man, Leonard Fournette. I'm about to do a damn video on Leonard Fournette just off the strength of him telling dude, get your ass over here so I can lower my shoulder. Man, I ain't never seen that, man. First of all, Leonard gonna break one tackle. He gonna see somebody else in the open space. Look him right in the face mask and go, "You want some of this too, old man?" Wave their ass over and then initiate the contact. CTE Schmeete. What? Come on, fam. Cool ass Drake. What's good, man?
What's up, ice cold ass Voch?
You high right now?
No.
Okay, you wish. What you got?
I just moved to Arizona, dude, and they don't have the same weed laws as Washington. I'm struggling because now I got to buy street weed again.
Oh, no. You got to put your life on the line. What you got for the show, man? Tell me about your Ravens.
The thing about the Ravens draft class this year is that, like, they're all really solid guys, but they're bringing them along slowly, so everybody's getting snaps. Because they were all defensive players, and the Ravens defense was already pretty loaded. So they're all getting snaps, but no one's like a full-time starter. And Marlon looked, up until the Oakland game, Marlon looked locked down, but he did have like a bad pass interference call. And then in the Oakland game, Michael Crabtree beat Marlon a couple times, and one time should have been a touchdown, but E.J. Manuel threw a terrible ball. And, but Tyus comes out there. Every time Tyus is on the field, he makes plays. Tyus is going to be a great player, and I'm looking forward to him getting even more snaps. And then Tim Williams, he's kind of hot or cold. Either he's on or he's nowhere to be seen.
I haven't seen Tim Williams at all, man. So I don't know what the hell going on with him, man. I don't like it.
Yeah, he beat Joe Thomas at the end of the Browns game.
Damn. Did he get a sack?
I can't remember if he got a sack on that play. I think he just put a lot of pressure on Kaiser.
Because if he didn't get a sack, he didn't beat Joe Thomas.
All right, fair enough.
Basically. What else you got?
But you're going to have to reach through the phone and smack the hell out of me, dude, because I'm not a Jordan Lewis believer. I don't think Jordan Lewis is that good.
Let me tell you something, man. Jordan Lewis looking like the best corner out that damn draft. Don't you come in here playing with me, cool ass Drake.
Jordan Lewis got burnt multiple times against the Cardinals.
That was his first game, man. Don't do that. He against Larry Fitzgerald. What you want this dude to do his first game in life against Larry Fitzgerald? That's gonna happen. But since then,
the corner route in like Madden where they it's like a weird shape where it's
nope.
Like in and then up and then out again. I saw the Cardinals run that same route, and Jordan Lewis got beat bad.
He's a rookie, man. You hating cool ass Drake. I thought you was better than this, man.
Jordan Lewis gave up the game-losing touchdown in the Orange Bowl against Florida State.
It happens.
I've just never been a big Jordan Lewis
Drake,
fan.
we about to be not friends no more, fam. I don't know what to say.
Dude, I love Chido Bay. I like the Ryan Switzer pick.
He been better than a Woozier, man. What you want from me?
Well, Woozier hasn't been able to play. He's been hurt.
You're killing me, man. I'm about to put some Marlon Humphrey on the screen so we can watch a little bit of it while I'm talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can get an idea of what the hell going on. Because I'm a real one like that. You know what I mean?
You know what I like about Marlon, though, is that, like, Marlon, last year, watching Sharice Wright was unbearable because they're, especially, like, in the second Pittsburgh game, I remember the second Pittsburgh game especially, they got the ball back with, like, 40 seconds left on the clock, and Ravens were playing off coverage, and the Steelers would run like I kid you not, they did it like 5 times in a row. They would just run a hitch route, and they would throw it at Sharice, not at Sharice, but at the receiver he was covering. The receiver would get the ball, and then the receiver would be able to run for like 10 more yards, and that's how they were able to march down the field and get into the red zone so Antonio Brown could get that crazy extra effort catch. It was a fantastic catch, but I mean, it shouldn't have even been possible because the fucking tackling was just so bad from the corners on that last drive.
Now, cool ass Drake. Marlon Humphrey wouldn't happen to be a safety now, would he? They wouldn't be trying to play him at safety, are they?
I mean, unless I haven't seen. I don't have my laptop in front of me right now. I just have my phone. And are you seeing them? Did he get a snap of safety?
I'm just looking at him, and he might be looking a little safety-ish. And you know, Voch Lombardi kind of wanted Marlon Humphrey at safety. Not that he can't play corner, but it'll be so dope if your safety could cover like a corner. See, people don't want to listen to me when I drop coach knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here dropping coaching knowledge, and people don't want to hear me talk because they think I'm hating. When I say Marlon Humphrey can play strong safety, and that I want him at strong safety, imagine if your strong safety can cover like a corner. Because Baltimore already got 5 other ones that can cover. Imagine if your go ahead.
It's just you want Marlon's press ability at corner. Like, Marlon can press.
Then don't you want a safety that can press? The hell wrong with you? I hate y'all. I hate everybody. I'm going home. I'm sick of this.
No, don't go home, dude. But yeah, man. I don't know. You know, it's just ball. If a guy can be a chess piece and he can play safety and corner, that's even better.
I feel you, cool ass Drake. I'm about to move along on these phones, man. Thank you for calling, sir. You're one of my favorites.
Hey, always great talking to you. Always love hearing the live streams, too, though. So I'm glad you're doing a live stream tonight.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Salute. Catch you later.
That's cool ass Drake on the phone right there. And we got another platinum caller. Jalen, who you want to cuss out tonight?
I want to start. I don't want to talk. I have a rookie that I'm pretty pissed about his situation. I want to start with talking about. I want to ask you, man. It's in your opinion, because in my opinion, I think Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis back in like 2011 through like 2013 stretch. I think that was the greatest inside linebacker duo we've ever seen in the history of the NFL.
It was pretty damn good. I agree.
Like, I know somebody disagreed with me. They thought Jack Ham and Lambert, who played like the 1920s, get better.
Who?
But I'm sorry, I think those.
Who?
They were so amazing. They said Jack Ham and Lambert, which they were pretty good for the Steelers. But,
they were good. They were good for their. They were good for their time period. They wouldn't be able to chase Tariq Cohen all over the place. But go ahead.
Yeah, they can't cover in space. And I also want to know that some people don't realize what's so amazing about those two. You could play base defense all 3 downs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to change things. You literally could just keep them in the whole play, and it was so amazing. But anyway,
that's a very astute football opinion of you. That's why it's important to have linebackers that can cover, because you don't want to change base formation just to be able to adjust to a certain type of discipline, whether it be stopping the run or stopping the pass. So, Jalen, that's a very astute football opinion. Salute.
But this is the thing right here, though. Literally right now, in my opinion, the Browns are Nelly and Deshaun Kaiser, that girl in the parking lot. They are racist.
Shut up!
How horrible.
Shut up!
That situation is so terrible. Oh, my God. I've never seen something so embarrassing.
You saying Deshaun You saying Deshaun Kaiser's in a terrible situation? What are you saying?
He's really getting raped by the Browns.
Damn.
I don't know how else to put it.
Damn.
They don't give him any NFL talent at receiver out wide whatsoever.
Damn.
David Njoku is hit or miss on any given play. His offensive line, I know they're all supposed to be super talented guys. I feel like Thomas and the other right tackle are playing their part, but they have 3 guys in the middle who I don't think they really play together much. So they struggle with handling stuff like stunts and twists. So they get beat on those plays like really bad. And Kaiser will have pressure in his face, and they always run deep routes. And it's really a terrible offense. And the receivers aren't trying.
It's terrible.
And the worst part about it is he gets ripped by the media like he's not good, or like he just doesn't have talent, and that he can't compare to Watson in any way. And really, he could. I mean, I wish he could be in Houston with someone like DeAndre Hopkins to bail him out every single play. But Kaiser, he comes out, and then, he got benched for 3 picks. One of those picks wasn't his fault. It was literally a Hail Mary. I don't know what you want him to do. And the other 2 hit the receivers in the hands. But then, not only that, this Kevin Hogan comes in, and Kevin Hogan does all right. But people are acting like, what the hell, why couldn't Kaiser do this? Well, God damn it, they're making one-handed diving catches. What the hell do you want Kaiser to do? You can't change that. It's because they weren't making diving catches for him. What do you want him to do?
Somebody asked me, how do I, what do I think about Josh Gordon? I'm like, hey, man, it'll sure be nice. It'll sure be nice to have him there.
It'd be nice to have him. It'd be nice if Coleman played a game. It'd be nice if they had Kip Terrell Pryor, like anything.
I think Isaiah Crowell would definitely benefit from some receiver threat, but maybe that's just me.
That too, like they're running back. I think he's all right, but damn it, now the Browns are giving up on Kaiser. About 5 weeks into the season, they're gonna draft another quarterback. I'm praying to God it's not Josh Rosen, because I don't want Rosen to get his career ruined. Because guess what, Rosen goes out and doesn't put up an all-pro performance in his first 3 weeks. Guess what? He's gonna get benched like this again.
Damn.
And it's a joke, honestly. It's like you can't put a quarterback in that situation and expect him to succeed. There's literally no quarterback prospect I think you could put in that bad of a situation that would do well. Like, even Andrew Luck, I'm in love with Andrew Luck, man. And I feel like if you put him when he was a rookie in that situation, he would do well. Luck, when he came in, he had a gifted situation. Reggie Wayne, he got T.Y. Hilton in the draft. They drafted his Stanford teammates. They made him feel comfortable. It was a good offense around him. Guys like Deshaun Watson, he's got a Clemson guy in DeAndre Hopkins who's an absolute stud. Bill O'Brien's one of the best offensive minds in football. His offensive line is awful. I'll give him that. His offensive line, it's terrible. But, I mean, it's just unfair.
I feel you.
Unfair to Kaiser.
I feel you, bro. But, hey, man, somebody going to have to make a shake in Cleveland one day. Thanks for the call, though, Jalen. Salute to you, brother.
Salute.
That man said he tired of all this. I didn't know Clemson and Syracuse were currently playing in the all-orange everything game. I had no idea. I didn't know the all-orange everything was going on. Okay, I'll probably watch that when I get out of the situation with y'all. DJ, what up, man?
What's going on, Voch?
What you got for the show, bro?
First of all, did I just catch you say that Deshaun Kaiser was the card that Nelly slipped through
Fam, dog, I screamed. Y'all heard me. The mic was on. He said, what did he say? The Browns was Nelly and Deshaun Kaiser was the little girl on stage that he was raping? Dog, that ain't right. I didn't laugh at that.
That's the best.
That's not funny.
That's the best analogy I've heard.
Look, that's insensitive and it's not funny.
I agree with it.
It's not. I'm not laughing at it. I'm not banging the table. I'm not gonna say woo, woo. Shit. Okay, DJ, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
I do think Deshaun might have found himself in a shitstorm, but I don't think it's that bad. I think he's just going through some rookie growing pains.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
First of all,
go ahead.
I had to call in and address this because
Get him.
I hate the Chargers, but I try to be reasonable. But Desmond King has been all over the place, and you'll see it when you watch the film, if you actually go ahead and watch the film. But just from the Broncos game, because I watched the film, Des King's been all over the place. I wouldn't say he's been great.
I actually just watched it. I actually just watched it in the intermission there. I didn't put it up on the screen, but I did watch a little bit of Desmond King. And hey, man, yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. But outside of that, I guess brag on your rookies. I'm going to call it right now just because I feel like the situation is great. It's the Giants. There's a whole bunch of BS going on. Isaiah McKenzie's going to take a punt to the house. I can feel it. It's been almost going to happen, like, for the past 2 games now. He's broke, like, a 20 and a 30-yard return, and then he's had a tug called back, actually, for blocking the back. Because Jamal Carter doesn't want to use his mind. But I think this weekend, or it's Sunday night, Sunday night, Isaiah McKenzie's going to have himself a return for a touchdown. And then, lo and behold, you're going to see people, oh, he was a sensation at Georgia. This is why they drafted him. But, yeah, I can't really brag on Garrett Bowles just because he hasn't been great at left tackle. He's just been solid. But I guess for a rookie, I guess that is good. But I'm going to brag on my dude, Isaiah McKenzie, because I think it's finally about to happen for him.
Hey, man. Salute to you and salute to him. I guess that's all you got for the show, man. Thanks for calling, DJ. Salute.
Yeah. Peace.
Can Navarro Bowman cover anymore? I don't know. I'd have to watch the film. Browns got to drop that bag. Absolutely, I agree. It's got to be a hell of a bag, too. Pay Odell Beckham if the Giants don't want to pay him. No way the Jags D gonna shut down that Rams O-line. What? Huh? That's hate. That's hate. Let's see. The Rams are taking over the NFC West eventually. Cardinals and Seahawks finna phase out. Move Peppers to running back. Interesting. Voch Lombardi said that. What are Dolphins fans at? Ain't none. Can Jalen Smith cover with that foot? Yeah, but probably not for 70-something plays. All right. Kendall Beckwith has been the best linebacker in the 2017 class. Go Bucks. Somebody verify that. I don't know. Let's jump into the phone. Line blowing up. 559. Who this?
Yo, what's up, Voch? This is Salvador.
Salvador, what's happening, man?
What's up, Voch?
What you got for the show?
Nothing. Just gonna cover on my
Niners.
0-5.
Your Niners, right?
Niners.
Talk to me. What you
Yep,
got?
my 0-5 Niners. Okay, so let me go through my first couple picks real quick. We've been talking about Solomon Thomas. Hasn't been really being productive lately. I don't see the numbers there with his name. Reuben Foster hasn't hit the field since week 1. Our two third-round picks haven't hit the field. One of them is a kid with Witherspoon. He's a softie, I guess. He hasn't hit the field.
Damn.
And then we're calling for C.J. Beathard right now. But, Brian Hoyer's still holding on to the damn fucking driving he's holding on to the keys.
Damn.
And C.J. Beathard can't find the field. But I really want to focus, the big story today, I think, was Navarro Bowman being released. That just goes to show you our coaching staff is all in on Reuben Foster at middle linebacker. And we're just continuing the youth movement. So Reuben Foster, I still think he has a potential being Defensive Rookie of the Year. He just needs to make that impact in the second half of the season.
So let me ask you a question, bro. If the 49ers end up being more terrible than the Giants or in their ballpark somewhere, because the Giants are terrible,
okay,
are y'all going to go for the Kirk Cousins-Saquon Barkley combo? Would you be happy with that?
All right. Kirk Cousins, well, we have the money to get him, obviously. We cut everybody off the books this damn offseason. So we have $100 million or something to go pay him.
This is what I don't like. Let me clear my throat for this.
Yeah.
Because one's on the way. Jimmy Antoinette know what I'm talking about when I say one is on the way. I feel like people get so finicky. They bend and break so much when it comes to how they make their arguments. Sometimes you can be a Jordan Howard fan and that makes you hate Zeke, or you end up making this argument that, oh, you can just draft a running back in the 5th round and you ain't got to get a running back in the top 5 or 10 picks. But then they go see Saquon Barkley and they go, man, I love to get that dude in the top 5 or 10 picks. Saquon Barkley, talented. So if you go by that same logic, wouldn't Saquon Barkley be a late round first, early second round pick? By that same logic?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because when I watch Saquon Barkley, I think that dude going top 5. I don't care what quarterbacks, what pass rushers up there. I don't care what DBs exist. That Saquon kid going top 5. And I don't care what
Top
argument.
You're talking about top 5 running backs. You're talking about generational running backs.
I'm talking about. I mean,
Melvin Gordon.
He's in. I wouldn't put Melvin Gordon in there. He's in that conversation. He's in that conversation, but I'm talking about top 5 in this year's draft. Like the top 5 teams have a shot of getting Saquon Barkley. I wish somebody would try to put together the argument that you can just get a running back in the late rounds. Well, look at Kareem Hunt. Yes, look at Kareem Hunt's situation. Kareem Hunt ain't the most.
He has the best team.
He has the best team, but that doesn't necessarily mean Kareem Hunt is more talented than Joe Mixon or Christian McCaffrey. He's just in a good place to be more productive. Mm-hmm. So if you're a top 5 team, go get Saquon Barkley, man. Don't do that whole, hey man, you could just get a running back in the later rounds, because yes, you could get a Kareem Hunt or Jordan Howard, but your ass also could get a Damian Washington or a Kenyon Drake. That's all I had to say. Go ahead, fam.
Check this out too. Mm-hmm. My team, we drafted a running back in the 4th round. His name is Joe Williams. Mm-hmm. He's on IR for the year. Done for the year. I look at that as a wasted 4th round pick, because I could look at 4th round, 5th round picks and pick a player that makes a difference to my team right now than Joe Williams. Mm-hmm. Especially since we have an undrafted running back at number 2 and Matt Breida. So I see that 4th round pick, I see it as a waste for this year. I don't know about the future, because he could blow shit up next year. But this year, I see it as a waste. We needed a corner, we needed someone to cover in the secondary. And now that I see Malik Hooker and his league-leading 3 interceptions, I wish we would have took him at 2, because that's the difference he makes on the field, and especially in the single high defense where we're running. We put his ass in the middle and he covers left to right. I just wish we would have, done something at number 2, dropped down to 10, came down further, so we would have took Hooker and then maybe Reuben Foster still. But I'm not really liking the Solomon Thomas pick right now. I see a lot more talent in the 1st round.
Hey man, Solomon gonna be all right, man. It's just I didn't like Solomon as much as other guys. I feel like Solomon was definitely like a late first type of guy, mid first maybe. I just didn't, and I can't be mad at that, because what happens is draft media, and I try to warn people about draft media, and I think
they like his character, they like how he talks, they like his school,
I think they won. I think draft media won that exchange. Every now and then the fans and draft media bump heads, and certain factions win at certain times. Draft media won that time, because the excuse they gave me, I'm talking about draft media, the excuse they gave us for why Jonathan Allen went 17 was arthritic shoulders. He been whooping people's ass with arthritis his whole life, but all of a sudden, arthritic shoulders. Whatever. Hey, man, thanks for calling, Salvador.
Yeah.
Salute to you, bro.
All right, man. See you later, Watch. I'm going to keep listening.
Yes, sir.
Later.
La, da, 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 da. I'll be damn. I ain't getting no damn notification. Hey, man, YouTube is being funky. They being wonky, man. They not notifying my notification squad people. And they're also trying to cut people's money in half, man. Voch crazy to think the Cowboys passed up on Telvin Smith, Jalen Ramsey, and Miles Jack. All you sound like a Jazz fan. I said Jazz, a Jags fan. Roland, you definitely sound like a Jazz. I don't know exactly who they passed up in order to. Let me say this, fam. Let me say this. And I was gonna come out with this video at some point. Hold on, let me take a break, run these ads first, and then I'm going to get into that, and then we're going to get into the caller. Hang tight. What up, team? It's Voch Lombardi. Thanks for coming through. Before we get into the content, I just want to let y'all know the best way to support the channel directly is through Patreon. Subscribing to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month can upgrade the production of the channel and increase the frequency of uploads. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can contribute to my YouTube scouting career being my full-time job, which means more content for you. Also, Patreon contributors will gain exclusive access to all my throwback film sessions covering college football tape on players like Sean Taylor, Calvin Johnson, Michael Vick, Luke Kuechly, guys like that. But the link is in the description. It's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. See y'all there. Appreciate it. Okay, listen, like I rarely try to get into the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. Like we should have did this. What happens if they would have done this? I rarely like to do that. But somebody hit me up one day. Like they say, Voch, man, Cowboys could have got Jalen Ramsey like at 4 and like Jordan Howard like at 1, whatever the pick was at 135 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, they could have. But based on how the domino effect game works with that, I don't too much like it. Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, they drafted Ezekiel Elliott to run behind that offensive line. And you probably could have gotten a lesser running back to run behind that offensive line, but there's no guarantee that running back would have led the league in rushing. Also, yes, Zeke is running behind that offensive line, but who's to say that offensive line is going to look like that offensive line forever? We currently have an offensive line this year that looks nothing like the offensive line last year. And if Zeke wasn't so spectacularly Zeke, then the Cowboys will probably be a little worse than they are. We see Zeke. And, a lot of people take 2 games and they make it the entire narrative of a season. Zeke's played like 5 games and he had like 1 bad game, but all of a sudden Zeke's had a bad season. He's had 4 pretty damn good games. It's just that all of a sudden, if Zeke doesn't run for 130 yards, it's a bad game. Nah, cut that crap out, man. But who's to say Jordan Howard would be successful behind the Cowboys' offensive line? Who's to say that? Like what if you would have ended up with a Kenyon Drake type running back? There's a lot more running back misses than gains. Okay, when you look across the league, or just the last year's draft class, not the last year, but the Zeke class or whatever. If you look at the Zeke class, it was 1,000 or so running backs, and they all not 1,000, like 89. There are 17 or so rookie running backs, and they all went to different teams. Why didn't those guys break out? There are plenty good teams in the National Football League. Good offensive line. The Raiders have a good offensive line. Eagles got a good offensive line. It's plenty good ones out there. But just because you got a good offensive line doesn't mean you can go take a scrub at running back, because there are more bad running backs than there are good ones. So I actually charted this out. Somebody was like, what if the Cowboys took Jalen Ramsey and Jordan Howard in the draft? Okay, cool. You got Jalen Ramsey at 4. Then Zeke probably would have went 5 to the Jags, and Leonard Fournette will probably be somewhere else. But that's a whole other story. Jalen Smith at 34. Somebody said Miles Jack should have gone 34. Whatever, you can change those linebackers out however you want to. Malik Collins probably still would have been the pick at 67. That was Rob Marinelli's pick, and they had to go defensive end at some point because they didn't get Joey Bosa. They got Charles Tapper. Cool. This is where it gets interesting. The next Cowboys pick was pick 135. Jordan Howard went pick 150. So in order to get Jordan Howard from pick 150, you would have to pick him at 135. Damn it, if you pick Jordan Howard at 135, you don't get Dak Prescott at 135. You see what I'm saying? So now you got Jordan Howard at 135. Dak Prescott may be a giant or something. I don't know where the hell Dak will go. He'll probably go to 49ers or something. I don't know. I have no idea of knowing what happens after that point. But okay, now you got Jordan Howard at 135 and still no quarterback. Tony Romo gets hurt. Now what? Now what? I think whatever happens, universe-wise, you just got to take it and roll with it, man. Whatever the universe gives you, take it and roll with it. Sorry if the universe doesn't always give your team good fortune. I apologize. My thing is, yes, we didn't get Jalen Ramsey at 4, but I'm fine with whatever. Because if we didn't get a cornerback that year, we drafted 3 cornerbacks this year. You see what I'm saying? Like there constantly gonna be this movement of good players and bad players. But Jalen Ramsey won't be the last Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys probably wouldn't have won 13 games last year if it wasn't for Zeke. Jalen Ramsey Jalen Ramsey can't win you 13 games. He'll keep the other receiver from scoring, but he can't win you 13 games. I ain't seen the Jags win 13 games with Jalen Ramsey. I seen the Cowboys win 13 with Zeke, though. That's all I'm saying, man. I like Jalen Ramsey as a player, and you can probably make an argument that Jalen is a better corner than Zeke is running back. It's not my place to argue with you about that or whatever, but I'm fine with picking Zeke at number 4. Because if we would have ended up with a Zach Zenner type of running back, I probably would have been pissed off. So whatever. We got somebody on the phone. I'm probably gonna wrap this thing up soon too. I've been talking for a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We got 352. What's happening? Who this?
Hey, what's up? It's Jimmy. I'm in the chat, but I ain't been in a while.
Hey, Jimmy Antoinette, what you got, man? What's that? What's good?
You know, you're going 100 miles per hour, so I've lost pretty much all I wanted to say. But
I get pissed off, man.
You don't pass up like a Saquon Barkley. You don't pass up a Leonard Fournette. You don't pass up certain guys because a cornerback lasts longer in the league.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard from the group from. They were saying that you should have drafted Jalen Ramsey, that you just shut down corner, you play Aaron Rodgers and shit like that. But if you don't draft Zeke, you don't get anybody. So you don't get any games. You don't win. I think you won 13 games.
Mm-hmm.
He took a screen 80 yards per touchdown against the Steelers.
You know what happens when you know what happens when you're the Cowboys and you play against Aaron Rodgers and you got Jalen Ramsey? He's just gonna throw to the other side, or he's gonna find a way to get the ball to that receiver some kind of way. Like Jalen Ramsey isn't the end all be all, but you will say adding Ezekiel Elliott to your offense bolsters your offense.
Yeah, and let's say people passed on Jalen Adams, he should have been gone top 5. So that's fine because you can draft a Marcus May in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was 2016's draft where the Jets selected Adams and Marcus May. You might not get your second round safety, but that's livable. You can't pass up Leonard Fournette because the Jaguars had Ivory. They picked Fournette because
he's better,
and he ran for 190 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't pass up on these blue chip guys.
I can even make the argument. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I can even make the argument that adding Fournette to the mix make Blake Bortles a tad bit better. So now when you look at the Jags, whenever they do take Blake Bortles in the backyard and give him that old yellow, because it's gonna happen. When they get rid of Blake Bortles, whatever young quarterback you bring in, they got an established running back. They probably gonna improve the offensive line again, and you got a nasty ass defense on the other side. That's a good recipe for your quarterback, man. So I'm with the Jags, man.
And I haven't seen, and maybe I'm talking about because they molested my Steelers. I have not seen a defense built through free agency as well as the Jags have. I don't know if it's Tom Coughlin. I don't know if it's Jacksonville having all that cap money, but Calais Campbell. They had Felton Smith, whatever, the white guy from Penn State, and Miles Jack. That was a draft pick. but to add Church, which he's been playing just about as good as he can, and to add, but Campbell's probably the biggest free agent signing for them last year.
Mm-hmm.
He plays that tight end side strong, and he blows up every single play. He played against Le'Veon Bell, and he completely shut down our tight end side. We had to back up right tackle, but you can't build a defense better than what they did in free agency this past offseason. So they've been doing good. They need to get rid of Bortles, but that's not going to be hard because they have a lot of quarterbacks in the next draft. That I don't think they need a top 10 guy to be good next year.
True. What else you got for the show before we wrap this thing up, man?
No, I'm a Steelers fan, so I talk shit in the group, but we're 3-2, so I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait till we're good to talk mess. We're in the middle of the worst division in football, so we have a chance to be good. Kaiser's liking tweets that are calling the Browns the worst division in football, or the worst organization in history. The Ravens have 15 players on IR, and the Bengals have no O-line. So I'm confident, but I'm not going to speak on it in the show because it's kind of beating people while they're down.
Hey, man, the Browns going brown, and the Giants are 0-5. Thanks for calling, Jimmy.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I found a way to work that in there, man. It is what it is. I'm about to look at 5 more chats in this chat box, and I'm about to get the hell off of this thing because I got to go to Walmart to go buy healthy food, and I got to call my old lady, see what she doing, check up on her. All right, let's see. Ramsey is too good. I agree. Zeke is also amazing. Cool ass Drake. Do you move Byron Jones to safety if they had gotten Ramsey? Byron Jones already at safety. Byron Jones. I kind of want to move Byron back to cornerback, but hey, that's just me. Why not there? I'm a Giants fan, but leave me alone. Not gonna be able to do it. Was Ajayi in the same draft class as Ramsey and Zeke? I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Ajayi went late too. I don't know. Zeke is sitting until Thanksgiving dinner. Cowboys need to rebound in his absence. Cowboys be all right, man. We're not going to overplay it. Man. I have so much faith in my quarterback, y'all don't understand. Tell you what, though. I bet y'all won't stack that box against McFadden. I bet y'all ain't scared of McFadden hurting you. And if y'all not going to be scared of McFadden, that's going to be easier running for McFadden. And if we can get a run game going, a little, not as good as what Zeke would have, but if we can get a somewhat running game, Dak is going to continue to eat you alive. So it's going to be the same concept or whatever, just a lot less people are going to get run over. And, Alfred Morris is going to be caught from behind more often. But Voch crazy to think the Cowboys passed up to. Okay, I read that one already. I mean, Telvin Smith cool, man, but Telvin would have to play the will linebacker, and Telvin Smith ain't better than Sean Lee. So, I mean, I would hate to break it to you like that. Another Clemson quarterback is hurt. Yeah. I think that's all we got for tonight. Hey, man, look, YouTube is on some extra stuff, man. They trying to take money out of everybody's pocket, man. And the Patreon is way more important than ever. Need y'all to hit that daggone Patreon button and put a little whooping on it, man, because Voch Lombardi needs it more now than ever, man. The more we see the Patreon evolve, the more we see the channel evolve, as far as audio, as far as production, as far as we've gone from broadcast college film to all 22 NFL film. All that is possible because of the Patreon. That, let's not take the Patreon for granted. You can put $1 in the Patreon a month. You won't even know that dollar is gone. But that dollar would mean so much to me. If I can get 500 people, I'll take that back. If I can get 3,000 people to just give me for $1, then this YouTube channel will be off the chain. Trust me, I know it, because I could put a lot more time and effort into working on the YouTube. That things like weekly I do this this Cowboys game breakdown. Like I normally do just like player breakdowns, but hey man, if I ain't had to go to my day job, I'd probably break down the entire games from people. So I mean, hey, we'll see. Are you gonna do a video on the Jags defense? I have a Jacksonville Jaguars 10-sack video up already. Go check that out, Shawty V. Anyway, it's Voch Lombardi. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. Y'all keep dropping them bows like Dusty Rose, Drop a little like on that, drop a little ass whoop on that like button. I almost said like on that ass whoop. And I'm about to mingle in the chat box for a little bit. So, hey man, holla at y'all. Peace. Salute. Holla at you. I'm gone. Giants 0-5.